The next, again, in this budget, the proposed development measures span 10 broad areas, focusing on Garib, youth, Annadata, and Nari. Government has the 10 points for all these. First is the spurring agricultural growth and productivity, building rural prosperity and resilience. Why growth of the agriculture? Growth of the agriculture is required because the food crisis arises due to the conflict of Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Hamas. That's why government want to push the agriculture, that our agriculture give us the position in the world as the food basket of the world. The second, building rural prosperity and resilience. Look, nowadays the pressure on the cities is increasing. Government want to reduce this pressure. That's why government investing in the rural prosperity. Third point, taking everyone together on an inclusive growth path. If we want to be the Viksit Bharat by 2047, then we have to include each and every one of the nation so that we can get the high and optimum growth rate, boosting manufacturing and further make in India. Government wants to push manufacturing sector because all the countries are engaging themselves to impose the tariff rates. In such kind of the condition, India has the opportunity to export the manufacturing products, and it is the symbol of Make in India, and it shows that the power of India. Supporting MSME, government also supporting to the MSME because MSME contributing the good in employment generation and income generation. That's why government supporting to the MSME. Enabling employment-led development. There are the various theories of the growth. Here government is using the employment-led development. So that is what government want to increase the employment. And due to that, there will be a development. Invest in people, economy, and innovation. Government want to develop the people. That's why government having the various policies to develop the people. Government want to invest in economy so that economy get the good moment of growth and innovation. It is simple. The major part of the economic growth, according to the Professor Schumpeter, the profit is earned with the help of only innovation. Securing energy supplies. This crisis arises government putting more concentration on the energy supplies because there is a conflict between Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Hamas. And due to that, there may be a big problem of the energy. That's why government increasing sources of energy. Promoting export and nurturing innovation. Government wants to promote the exports because when all the countries of the world engaging to increase the tariff rates, in that condition, India has the good opportunity to increase our exports. That's why government having the schemes for the export promotion and define the MSME once again. These are the 10 points. Now, again, for this journey of development, our 4 powerful engines are, according to the government of India, that is the agriculture, MSME, investment, and exports. The second one is the fuel, our reforms in the various sectors. Our guiding spirit, inclusivity, that is inclusive all the people of India. And the final destination, that is the vision is Viksit Bharat by 2047. Now, the budget aims to various kind of the transformative reforms across 6 domains. Now look at the board here. There is the taxation. Government wants to change in the direct and indirect taxation so that it become the easy to pay by the person who are paying the tax and the person who is collecting the tax and giving to the government. Government wants to transform in the power sector because if government cannot alone fulfill the demand of the power of the people of India. That's why government want to include the some private persons, those are capable to support to the government so that hassle-free power can be supplied to the all India. Government want to develop urban area. That's why there is a norms. Government want to change the norms of the urban area. Government want to develop the mining. That's why again, government want to change the norms for the mining. Government wants to change in the financial sector, and there are some regulatory reform so that all this will be the part of the budget and support to the easing of doing business and increase the demand, production, and employment in the income. Dear students, before going to discuss about the budget, we have to understand that where our major major receipts are coming. So look at the board here. This is the breakup of central government receipts in 25-26. The gross tax revenue is 42 crore 70 lakh 233 crore rupees. There is an increment, that is the 10% increase in the tax revenue. Devolution of states 14 lakh crore rupees. Again, there is an increment of 10.50%. Devolution to states, that the government wants to develop some poor states. That's why government give them some special assistance for the development. In that case, the net tax revenue of the central government is 28 lakh 37,409 crore rupees. It is hike 11% as compared to the previous year. Now the non-tax revenue, which is 5 lakh 83,000 crore rupees. Again, it is increased by the 9.80% as per the previous estimates. The capital receipts, that is the without borrowings, 76,000 crore rupees. That is the 28%. It is good sign. It is without borrowing. It means that the public sector units, those are in loss. Government reduce the share in such kind of the companies. Now the total receipt of the government without borrowing is the 34 lakh 96,409 crore rupees, and it is increased by the 11%. It is showing good that government as having the good amount of money which is without borrowing. Now the borrowing of the government according to this budget is 15 lakh 68,936 crore rupees. It is having the very slight change as per the previous year, that is 24-25. The change in the money that tends to zero. That's why it is good sign that borrowings are less of the government as per the previous year. Now the total receipt including borrowing is 50 lakh 65,345 crore rupees. It means that total receipt increased by the 7.4% as per the previous year. Now, further discussion on the budget, we will look at budget at a glance. Total revenue expenditure of the government is 39 lakh crore 44,255 lakh crore rupees, and it is increased by 6.70%. It is good that revenue expenditure is useful to use the day-to-day routine expenses. We can understand it. देखिए आपके घरों में जो रेगुलर एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं, it is the revenue expenditure and it is increased by 6.70%. Now the capital expenditure, which is 11 lakh 21,090 crore rupees, it is increased by 10.10%. If we compare both revenue expenditure and capital expenditure, so we can see that clearly that capital expenditure is increasing more. It is good sign for an economy. Now the total expenditure of the government is 50 lakh crore rupees. Revenue receipts 34 crore rupees and capital receipts is 76,000 crore rupees. So in that case, the government is in a good position to prepare the good quality of the budget. Now, if we will see the deficit statistics, it means that dear students, deficit is, it means that deficit it means that the whatever the government is borrowing from the outside. So this shows that borrowings of the government. Now fiscal deficit is 15 lakh 68,936 crore rupees, which is 4.4% of the GDP. And revenue deficit is 5 lakh 23,846 crore rupees, which is 1.5% of the GDP. It means that revenue deficit is less and fiscal deficit is more. Deficit is all the time is bad, but fiscal deficit is good because it supports to the infrastructure development. जैसे आपके फादर ने आपके पढ़ने के लिए कोई लोन लिया है, it is good, it is good, but revenue deficit, it means that for running the day-to-day expenses we are putting money, so it is not good. The next is, if you will see the deficit trend shows that it is declining. At the era of the COVID, if you will see the COVID period, at that time, that is the 2021, it is high, 9.2% fiscal deficit. It is the requirement of that time. But as the time passes, 21, 22, 22, 23, up to 25, 26, the fiscal deficit, revenue deficit, effective revenue deficit, and primary deficit all are decreasing. So it is good sign for the Indian economy.